ton of stuff offensively since. Sets the pick for Green. Drive! Oh! Oh my goodness! What a dunk by Jalen Green!
Şengün, and look at Jalen Green. How dare you get up too high in a pick and roll? Oh my goodness!
Fred VanVleet misses there. Thompson and Jordan battle for the rebound. Picked up by Torrey. Here comes Alperen. Şengün flying in again. And he thought it should have been an and one. So far this season has had some turnover issues, but he's looked great so far here. Another look at another fantastic flying finish for Şengün from our Verizon Orbit cam angle. This one from the baseline side.
Wiggins motored in but missed, and the rebound of Jabari Smith, and here they come again. Thompson, oh, the accelerator for Thompson
here. Right off the rebound, they get him on the outlet. He gets right around Hero, finishes with some nasty authority right there. Look at his head up there by the rim.
And then Thompson this time with a defensive play. Now finds Jalen Green.
Oh my goodness!
No, he didn't!
Oh!
No, he didn't!
Oh!
No, he did not! No, he didn't! No, he didn't! Little Caesars Arena. Let's just call this the facial.
And he did. He screamed in pain, and Kay got it down his head. Take one for the team, but Jalen, oh my goodness, this is just nasty. You got picked one pick over me. I thought it should have been me in your face. Loving that from Jalen. Yeah, and the step.
Şengün! Full extension! Set the pick, slipped, and hammered.
In the face, Craig. In the face. I mean, he just goes up for punishment right here, and you could tell the way he came out.
Double team, but poor communication.
Plenty of time. Thompson in the open floor is so dangerous. Crossover and finish, and the foul. Thompson, what a play.
He had Precious on the ice skates. Watch Precious, folks. Watch what Precious does. Oops. And gives him the foray that he needed to get to the hoop with the stuff. So nice with short twice. Rising, surprising the Knicks.
They have multiple candidates. That's why they're the best defense in the league. That layup too strong. Tip try by Caruso, also no good. Rockets will push tempo again. There's the lob, and there's the incredible reverse jam.
Surprised at what happened. And here's a Verizon Orbit cam. Look at this. Jalen Green catches the ball. Then after he catches it, he's reaching back to where the rim is. This is just nasty right there. Oh my goodness. Jalen Green putting on a show here early in Toyota Center.
Incredible finish. Şengün off Brown to the lead for the stop.
Don't want to speak too soon. That should be the nail if the Rockets just play solid defense.
And then he recovers on Miller and blocks it out of bounds. The Clippers.
It's what you do against a switching defense. Şengün with the power jam, but he's been channeling his inner, the late great Dikembe Mutombo, and blocking shots on the other end. Watch this play here. He comes from the other side, man. And he's been challenged from Ime defensively, and he has met the call. Look at that big-time block. Look at the excitement.
He will not. VanVleet to inbound. They find Thompson. He drives. His career night ends with a game winner. Point 7. Find Pritchard. No timeouts. It's Pritchard for the win. Too strong. And Thompson wins it for the Rockets.
There was a late switch, caused a little bit of confusion, and that confusion allowed Thompson to get Jaylen Brown off balance as he knocked it down.
There's no offensive foul there.
No, it's just
open in the middle because you're extending to Trae Young. I don't think you need to overreact.
Oh, spin, drop, dunk! Jalen Green put on a show.
Ball movement there, spin cycle. No help on the weak side, and Jalen Green, man, he is just levitating here. I mean, clear for takeoff, the Dunkster himself. That is fun basketball, but you see that energy, man, and got the Verizon Orbit Cam, and that's an excellent angle, man.
Friday against Memphis, Gordon at 33 in that win. Van Vliet. Down low, nice find, Şengün open, and he goes flying in for the slam.
Here's the value. Look at, you couldn't see it. Amin Thompson hits it, but Alperen goes in there and flies in with authority, just making sure he gets these 2 points for the Academy Sports.
Here comes Thompson. Oh! To the rim with authority, plus the foul. Explosive is Amin Thompson.
Dante in the rim for the Academy Sports and Outdoor Super Mode.
Jumped off on the baseline. Ball away.
That's great D by JRE.
Yeah, took away where he wanted to go. And Brandon Boston. And there's the windmill. Thank you.
You may not even need to I think they're going to give it to you. They're going to change it. Yeah. The best thing to do is shoot it and give even opportunity.
Now Pajemski. Şengün on a switch and putting it up and in. And so he'll draw the foul there, and so he's got something to say too.
Talking crazy to the Thunder in their last game, and he's trying to get active here. He's got the small defender on him. He's at peace with his game.
Şengün all locked up with E. Nice play by Trey. And what about Thompson? Not bad.
I just like how he plays and how he is aggressive with the ball.
He's very aggressive and he plays great defense.
See this little backdoor play. Houston hasn't had this in a while. Used to get about 1 a game, and finally you see Jalen Green shake loose there. And my goodness, he's got some hops. You see him levitating, ducking from the net there, the way he threw this one down.
And part of that is just his confidence with everything else. Why not add one more thing with that?
Oh, Şengün. Dunn drives by Brooks, spoon feeds Zoo. Great defense inside by Dylan Brooks. Thompson over the top of Porter Jr. for the flush here in the first quarter.
Well, as Amin Thompson right here, just, man.
When he got Simons up in Portland, that was awesome.
Rockets were on pace to lose that ball game too, and that changed everything.
Oh, Jalen Green got another one.
You think he knew?
Had to.
What he's been doing, and talk about floating. See the screen from Steven Adams, and oh my goodness, Jalen Green levitating here and just takes off and just flies over Blanton. This is special, man. I mean, I think Blanton thought, man, you know, he can't.
Spinning on Holmgren, dunking on Holmgren. Oh, he just lost him. They're up 14 with 2:27 to go.
This is personal. Ain't no way he's guarding me one-on-one. Put him in the rim. I mean, authoritative jam there, screaming, talking, gets to the body, and I mean, he leaves Holmgren just searching right there. Screaming, guns out, little trash talk and a mean mug. Not sure what he said, but I like it. I mean, he's taking guards off the dribble effortlessly and just schooling them.
So finds Thompson, cutting back door for the dunk.
So, Greg, we just noted that.
By Alperen Şengün. The drop step spin got doubled, recognized it, found a cutting Thompson to place the dunker spot as well as anybody in the league. Rockets go back up by 11. Timeout here with 7:40 to play.
The Dallas Mavericks.
There you go. Jalen Green turned the corner on Dinwiddie and then dunked it. Dinwiddie's a very good downhill player. Another look at this dunk by Jalen Green.
Just gets dunked on right there. Talk about getting downhill. This is Jalen Green. One hand for safety, just throws it.
There's a little Pierce cut there for JT.
Oh, Şengün spin and stop.
And look at this spin move here from Alperen Şengün and stuffing it over the league's best shot blocker. And Walker Kessler throwing it down, man. That's his second big jam of the game.
Van Vliet, back to Şengün. Into Thompson for another dunk. Another assist for Alperen. The offense since that most recent timeout has absolutely picked up. Another look at that wraparound. Denver calls a timeout.
Former Colt, is that where you're
going? Quarterback. Yeah. Here's Green. Oh! Jalen Green as the shot clock expires. It's great to be Green.
Jalen Green, I mean, shot clock winding down up there.
Only up by 5. Can't get comfortable. 1 minute to play. Whirling, and Şengün gets it to go 24 and 15 instead of 3, as White was not in the act per the refs.
Yeah, you saw the bread and butter for Houston, a 15 pick and roll. Fred's going to probe if he has it. If not, Şengün ends up with a little short roll ISO, and that's his money. No hesitation, and again, he's really worked on his efficiency.
Murphy was pretty much unstoppable the first half, and they turn over. And here's Ahmed Thompson.
And that's exactly what you want to see from Houston. See what happens here. You see the help, and then multiple Rockets swarming. Ahmed Thompson out in transition. That light worked for him. We could have saw some real showtime, but then
Green with the left hand again, driving to the hole. And a timeout for the Thunder. 4:40 to go in this third quarter. Now look at that drive and score, but so far in this second half, it's been all Oklahoma.
Brooks trying to post Chris Paul. Paul battling really with Brooks. Here's Green, two-man game with Şengün for the hammer.
Let's take a look at Houston in the two-man game. A little screen and roll to the basket. And a terrific delivery.
So the run is 10-2 here for Houston. Thompson gets loose and slams it down.
Hey, Craig, this is fun stuff. You got Şengün with the basketball going back there. You see Ahmed Thompson, and that was fun. Looking right upstairs, throw it up. I have the type of hops that just go and get it.
Kevin Durant's still putting up close to 30 a night.
Green on the drive, scoop and score for Jalen Green, and a foul. 25 points now for Green.
And this is tough when you're going to go over that side of the screen and you catch the ball in the wing. If you're Garza, that's just an impossible ask to get him to switch.
8 minutes to go. Stolen by Şengün. Has a couple of guys with him. Takes it himself.
There you go. Just take the 2. See this here. Şengün out. He had 2 players trailing. Just get the 2 points, and Rockets with another turnover.
7-6. Eason pump leaves it for Thompson.
It's a problem for my Houston's so big and physical, no Fred Van Vliet, so Şengün wants the post up. So he tells Tari Eason just to get into a post up opportunity right here, which forces Naz into coverage, and there's
shot clock down to 3. Block shot against Mo Gay. Fred Van Vliet leaves it up, and boy, slamming it down hard, Jalen Green. Green starting to put on a show here in this third quarter. Big time lob, one hand catch and throw down.
And touch, it just feels
Ball's
good.
got power, ball's got energy. It's like you're involved in the game.
Yes. Şengün slices in and finishes, plus the foul.
And this is just a tough play here because Claxton's still inching over enough that gave Şengün plenty of room. And with what Brooklyn's been doing,
He is lights out. Grady Dick, you saw that hard fall, and Thompson with the slam dunk on the inside, and he was the one that go here, third quarter action.
Beautiful pass, Dylan Brooks that time.
Green is picked up by Strus. He'll step back for 3. Strus found him, and Green has a chance for the 4-point play.
Bring a little crossover. Max gets into a space there. Got to be careful. You close down, got him on the arm, but also feet got penetration.
Does a good job at the end of it, leaving the ground to try to get up and bother the shot.
Şengün backs in, knocking Kamara to the floor, trying to take the charge. Play on, they say.
Well, some of that matchup with Şengün.
And Adams with the board. The kick ahead to Şengün. Goes in on Gordon, spins, dishes, dunk Thompson.
That's all chemistry right there. And look at this. This is nice. Watch him in. Thompson's going to come underneath the defense.
Offensively is kind of what gives you a little more confidence in them when it comes to the postseason, even though they have not much experience when it comes to playoffs. Well, you're just trying to stay in front of Jalen Green, and it's not an easy task.
Rockets shooting 53% as a team. Utah 36%. Şengün, the spin and the score. He now has 11, and he is one of 4 Rockets in double figures.
Him around. I'm not the young guy anymore. Just go ahead and put him in the rim. And Lebowski ducking out of the way of that spin move.
Van Vliet, 1 of 6 shooting threes. Drew the double. Amen Thompson. Oh, nice. Quickly moved down the baseline. Slithering for 2.
Back to a 1-possession game here. And for the Rockets, Thompson with a little Euro off the glass here.
Finds a trailing Gillespie, but had it knocked from behind by Van Vliet. Green rising up, slams it home.
Looking for his 5th 20-point game of this month.
Gotta go here.
Got 18 here, Şengün. 2 on the shot clock. Stepping back. Fade him, fire, Flamingo.
Didn't even contest there. Did he just light up for the Verizon Orbit Cam?
Love that. Very clever.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing along, guys.
Yeah, we do what we can.
Got a lot of action on social media.
It did. It did. That was fun. And that's fun, too. As the Rockets get some points as they were outscored 14-5 by Denver.
On the 3 of the 4 last connections, so keep up more.
4 games in the loss column on the Phoenix Suns, who continue to struggle. Here's Green down baseline to the cup. Turn the corner.
Chewing his head.
Here we got some muck action here.
What the Rockets have done and what the Jazz are doing. And the answer was simply yes. Last year, 11th in the West. They climbed to number 4, and they've done it fairly quickly, by the way. Şengün will be at the line for a 3-point opportunity.
Yeah, it's all fundamentally sound stuff, right? You know that if you...
Yeah, he comes in. This is probably the hottest stretch of his career, the way he's played over the last 7-8 games.
Excellent play by Amen Thompson, penetrating, drawing the foul on Conley, and getting the basket.
Really important that Houston gets points in the paint. It's a big part of the game. They're not a great shooting team. The 3-point shot, very fickle.
Rockets out there with Green, Landale, Brooks, Eason, and Shepard. This is Green. Nice hezzy between the legs and laid it in. A little misdirection and the finish. Back in a moment.
Şengün with a 1-arm rebound. Van Vliet makes it 3. Bruce ran him off the line. Şengün really deep. He lays it up and in and draws the foul. Allen now has 4.
Dude, big body. Just post right back up. Gets the foul. A little reverse layup there. Haven't seen somebody do that in a long time.
Well, he's also an outstanding defender. Yes, he is. There's a steal. It's Thompson, and he glides in around the defensive wiles, and a timeout taken by the Kings.
Inside, defending and getting out in transition.
Off a foot, Rockets come up with it. Now Green lets it go. And the Nuggets, Michael ran underneath him, got beat on the screen. They're going to call a quick timeout. They're having some confusion defensively.
Now to Şengün, left of the lane, working on Anthony Davis, backs him down. Needs some help, goes with the left hand, and still comes away with 2.
You couldn't guard that. Watch out, P. He's going to look. He's trying to get to this sweet spot right there in the lane and takes his time. And I mean, he's stuck. He has absolutely nowhere to go there. And watch him turn it, literally throw the ball in. That is unbelievable touch. And this is good to see because that's where you can't double Şengün.
Jalen Green into the lane now to Amen Thompson. No! Punch back. Again, it's the pogo stick.
if the defense gets, the offense gets going, the defense is there. And I mean, pogo stick, he missed.
21-point lead for Houston. Green, and he rams it home. Sorry, it's just got split up top and never was going to catch.
That was just their 5th of this game, and the Rockets have only scored 3 points off their turnovers. The Rockets have to make them pay when they make a mistake, and Şengün gets another flying slam. That's 3 of them here in the first half.
Now
he's got 9.
The staggered bigs, and Ime's going to match up. Holmgren's going to have to guard Şengün.
Green to Thompson. Lost the ball, picked it up, and that's a turnover.
This is where Jalen's grown since the first matchup against Oklahoma City. He was driving to score it. Now he has the vision to read that secondary.
Listen, Clippers history with air balls like that. Little rip and run. Here come the Rockets. The lob, Jalen Green. On top of Harden's head. 14 straight of their own. Now 7 in a row for the Rockets as they've answered. And how about the lava catch by Jalen Green over James Harden? Old generation, new generation.
Downhill move by Şengün and just does a nice job. But Bryce turns it over here.
Well, he was dribbling, just simply took his eye off the dribble. Van Vliet's been off all night, but a push in the back, the bucket.
Well, you see Şengün coming down by himself, no box out. A little late by Sexton.
Second foul on the young bull.
Just outsized down there.
Well, chest bumps there for Brooks on Gordon. Şengün spinning. Back to Amen Thompson. What a pass.
See this play here off the spin move, and that's right where we lost vision, man. That is as pretty as it comes. Şengün, I mean, watch him. He's spoon-feeding Amen Thompson for the dunk right there.
And his look.
Irving to answer. And he got there and didn't finish. Not enough oomph to get it over. A rare miss and an opportunity like that for Green. Lost balance and circus shot, Jalen Green.
Credit, he just plays the game. Got around the defense, and when in doubt, throw it up. Something good might happen to you. It's a tough shot.
Leading scorer in Baltimore/Washington franchise history.
Former teammate right there.
Şengün with a monster dunk.
There you go. And look at this, Jalen Green to Şengün. We can get used to seeing that and just rising up right over Devin Booker, and that's a poster. Fun stuff there from Şengün.
Yet they're up by 6.
Short roll. Short roll. I'm telling you, he is a great short roll decision maker.
Now, the first half, there were so many possessions where it seemed like Houston was playing volleyball on the glass.
Yeah.
Here's Green working behind Şengün. Slides in with a left-handed finish.
Dillon Brooks knocking down threes and little hesitation all the way to the rim. Just so.
Şengün spinning, throwing it down on top of Richard's dome.
Go quick and watch this move. Spin cycle off of Nick Richard.
Thompson against Shamet. It's inside, double team, gets away, flips it up and in. How about that play from Amen Thompson?
Shaking and spinning and winning with that left hand.
Trey hits the brakes, planted that pivot foot, and then throw it away. Thompson on the bounce. Green opened the lid on that. A timeout for Atlanta.
Green motors across midcourt. Grant on his hip. Attacks sharp. Swings to Dillon Brooks. Out it comes to Van Vliet. In low to Şengün for the dunk. Excellent movement. In transition, kicking it outside, spraying it to the middle.
The Nuggets are in fast break points per game, and the Rockets are number 2.
Well, you can thank Russell Westbrook for that, and there you go. That is where Amen Thompson is excellent. He is gone on the weak side, and Alp is a willing passer. He's looking for it.
Comes down the baseline, comes into Clark. He gets swarmed now to Aldama. Grizzlies have a deep and capable bench. Jalen Green again, coast to coast, right by Morant.
Oh my goodness.
Jalen Green with 11 early points. Both those guys put on a show early on in this big game between these two teams. Second game of a 4-game road trip for them. One in Minnesota last night, 118-115. Down the baseline, blowing by Porzingis, and Şengün stays perfect. Low number, and another look after Şengün. After Porzingis almost had it and then just hit it with a spin move, Ryan, down the baseline.
Yeah. Again, we talked about this being a physical game.
Green to Smith.
Oh yeah.
What a pass into him and Thompson. Timeout here. Another look at this great pass early in the quarter by Smith to Thompson. 76-70 Rockets.
Congratulations to the success he's having, but he just looked so locked in last night.
There we go. Jalen Green out of the timeout, streaking to the rim.
The basketball, but going with authority, man. There is nobody that's going to do anything with that once he gets rolling, and Jalen just throwing that thing down, man.
Rockets have played very well here, and again, coming off 2 huge home wins. Down low to Şengün, the seal off, the step through, and the score. That was beautiful.
You got the mismatch. There you go, the awareness. Nice little seal.
Nearly turned it over, and somehow it finds its way to Jalen Green, who missed. There's another offensive rebound into a cutting. Thompson hangs in the air, drops it in, and got fouled. So offensive rebounding, you could argue. Clippers right back into the game after the Rockets led by as many as 19. As you see on their Academy Sports and Outdoor Super Bowl replay, the foul. All that and one.
Pick up one, and you're adding some length with Rooks.
Blazers take the lead. Green, a 3. That's going to count.
Oh, my goodness. He did a squat and came out of it into the shot.
6%er presumably has given Houston the lead. Did it leave his hands in time? Sure looks like it.
Back to Şengün, top of the foul circle. There you go, the little step and layup, plus the foul on Duren.
Duren is a brick wall defender. Watch that little check there. That's the foul. Şengün is able to get that right foot across to beat him off the bounce right there. That's the foul. But good action.
You're about a 4-second difference. Oh, boy. Don't give them a chance, but they did. And it's only a 3-point lead after all you did well in the first half.
For Giannis, you can see him aiming his shot on the free throw line instead of letting it go.
Jalen Green will hopscotch, flip, and one. Or was Şengün the guy who was fouled because he came flying through there?
Houston doing a good job so far for the Academy Sports and Outdoor Super Bowl replay. Attack Brook Lopez, pull him out the paint, attack him, get downhill, and you saw Jalen actually search for that arm there.
Screen the zone, and then you threw it back to the weak side, and Şengün was just late reacting.
Şengün, nice finish on the reverse.
With plenty of time here with the Rockets. Van Vliet drives inside, sets up Thompson.
15-point Houston lead, second quarter action. Green, long strides, the D-cell and the floater.
Well, Jalen Green coming off the screen, getting a switch with Harrison Barnes on him, just slows down right.
Shows up in the defensive box score column of who talked the most trash. Number 1 team, Houston.
It's in the fine print, right?
And Memphis might be number 2.
Mark Miller, Utah's only negotiation-free Subaru retailer. Aaron pass looking like Kessler cut, and that cost the Jazz 2 on an easy put down by Thompson.
Yeah, I think it was actually my read, Vanessa, and he took it from me right out of my hands.
Listen, forever and always, Craig gets the Hello Kitty read.
Jalen Green.
Did a good job being extremely aggressive. Look at Jalen Green pushing tempo, trying to get downhill and attacking right at Anthony Edwards with the touch. And
just mentioned, sorry, Harp, the 7 assists for Anthony Davis. Oh, Anthony Davis went down to get hit in the midsection. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, I don't feel good.
Rockets have only scored 3 points in the last 5 minutes. Tate goes glass. No! Back again coming out of nowhere, Amen Thompson.
Check out the Verizon Orbit Cam, and Min's not even in the screen. Watch your head. He's dunking over 3 Warriors right there. You see how explosive he is. He's just about flat-footed, and he's flying through the air here, man. That is cool stuff from Amen Thompson.
Here's Green. Green backs up. He gets 3.
18-9 against Western Conference opponents. Van Vliet bouncing to Şengün for the stuff.
Well, think about this with Fred Van Vliet.
Aaron Gordon averaging 13.5, so you got to count him in there. Van Vliet. Great pass, and Thompson dunks.
Matched up now with Green. Swings it to Wells. Ducks in, goes by 3 defenders. Coming from the weak side, there's Amen Thompson. Ahead to Green, pulling back history. Yes! Biggins for Jalen Green. Amen Thompson with the presence defensively, and then the pullback triple for Jalen Green. And the Grizzlies lead by 3 with just 5:57 to go. I believe Jalen Green has had a 42-point game in his career.
Oh, man.
The ball faked out the entire city of New Orleans, left himself wide open. Fred Van Vliet now 4 of 8 from downtown. Şengün with a great move. The dunk, the double-double. And the Rockets lead.